In this video, I will show you how to set up form submission tracking with Google Tag Manager. So first off, you need to go to your Google Tag Manager account. Make sure that Google Tag Manager code is properly installed on your website. So you can find the code when you click on the Google Tag Manager ID or when you go to admin and install Google Tag Manager code. So this code and instructions can be found here. Now, if your Google Tag Manager is properly installed on your website, the next thing you need to do is click on the preview mode, add your website URL here, and then check if the tag assistant is working correctly. So as you can see here, we are getting data in the summary section of Google Tag Manager preview mode. That means that we'll be able to use it for setting up form submission. Now, let's go to the form and let's fill it out and see what kind of data we can see in Tag Assistant. So, okay, the form is filled, and when we check here, we can see that form submit event has fired. So that means that we can use this event for tracking form submissions on this website. So that's one of the few options that we can use. So first off, let's go to the Google Tag Manager. Let's create a trigger for this. We see that class is WPCF7, meaning this is WordPress 7 form. So yeah, for now, let's just create a new trigger, form submission, and save. And let's create a tag for GA4. So I'm using a constant for my measurement ID. You can just copy paste your own measurement ID from this admin section here, data stream, and you can find it here. Or you can do like I did and create a new constant variable, constant, paste the measurement ID here, and then use it multiple times. So I already did that, and here it is. Event name should be something like contact form submitted, and the trigger is the form trigger we just created. Okay, now we can go to Google Analytics and check in debug view, make sure that events are firing. So let's do another preview and another form submission. Now here you will see that GA4 form submission has fired, and we have successfully tracked our contact form submission here. Here it is. And yeah, GA4 now has the data. Now, potential issues here can be that sometimes when you click send on an empty form, form submit fires. So this will not happen on every website, but from time to time it can happen. So what would be the second option for tracking form submissions? We can track the thank you message that appears right below the form when the form is submitted. So let's do that real quick. Yeah, you see this thank you message down here. If you inspect it, you'll see the element class here, response output. So yeah, you can see that that's the form, and we can copy selector, go to Google Tag Manager, go to triggers, and go to element visibility, select CSS selector, and paste what we copied. Make sure it fires on observe DOM changes. Let's give it a name, so visibility trigger and form submission. And save. Let's quickly change the trigger on our GA4 tag. Remove this one and add the new visibility. And let's do another preview mode. Continue. When we go to the form, you'll see that visibility hasn't fired yet because there's no message is not visible. So test. And when the form is submitted, the message appears and element visibility trigger fires. And it's a form submission tag that fired. And now even if you click send, element visibility will not appear again. So that's another way that you can set up form tracking. And in this particular form, for this particular form, there is actually another thing that we can do. For this particular form, we can also use a form listener. So this is WordPress 7 form. So what we can do is create new custom HTML tag that is going to listen for WordPress 7 mail sent, and then fire a new custom event. We'll set it to fire on all pages. And let's just do the test again. Okay, let's do another preview. And do another form submission. So now what's going to happen is a new event will fire. CF7 submission. Here you can see it, and you can even see in the data layer, you can see that we have both name and email and subject and message from that form being tracked. So what we can do when we set up tracking for Google Ads, we can set up enhanced conversion tracking thanks to this, but in this video we'll skip that and do it in one of the future videos. Right now let's just set up a new trigger. So the trigger is going to be a custom event. We copy this custom event here. And give it a name, custom event. And let's change the trigger of our form submission event. Save. Now let's do another preview. Let's do another test form submission. And here you'll see the form listener has grabbed and fired this event, and our contact form submitted event has been sent to our GA4 account. So yeah, in this video I've shown you 3 possible ways to track form submissions. It's gonna depend on the current website setup. So there are also some other ways, some other listeners for different forms. Yeah, hope that was helpful and have a great day. Bye bye.